We've already established that the kingdom of God is an invisible spiritual reality. The kingdom of God talks about the government of God, territorial government, and it's sovereign, it's universal. Have you ever had a candidate before that maybe you favored and you want the person to be in power? So you want to see him reign. You want to see him rule, become the president, become the governor of maybe your state or something. You don't just fold your arms. People will kill just because they want to make that happen. When God created the earth, God's agenda, the original plan is that God's kingdom rules over his creation until that plan was messed up by the fall of Adam. Jesus came to pay the supreme price, thereby defeating the enemy. You and I exist to reinforce that agenda. So first we are talking about the government, the rule. If there's anything to seek that can fix everything, is the government of God over our cities, over our lands, over our families, over our lives, the rulership. But then this also means that over and above everything else, that he should pursue the reign of God's will. The master said, when you do this, say, all other things shall be added unto you. Jesus coming said, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, to do thy will. That's kingdom. That's seeking the kingdom, making it priority. All right, now, there's a will of God. Please come. A purpose of God for this, our brother here. When he begins to seek the kingdom of God, then what he'll be doing is seeking the will of God, the agenda of God, as it has to do with him. Because in the kingdom, no man has a right to pursue anything outside of the will of God. But that means also trusting in God and believing in God. Before God designed that will and agenda, everything that your life will ever need has been factored in. His provision is in being in that will. Protection is in being in that will. The defense is in being in that will. Whatever is, as long as he is in the will. Now, when you are out of the will, you'll have to pray a lot of prayer. You may need to pray for protection, pray for deliverance, pray for breakthrough, because now you're trying to chart a course outside of kingdom agenda. So the master said, if you seek the kingdom, say all other things shall be added, because you are right in the center of his will. Pursuing the kingdom, making it your ultimate and your number one pursuit. Then the lion's den will not consume you. You may be a slave without connection, but you won't end up in the prison. You'll come out. Why? Because it's all part of the will. It's been worked out. Most of the confusion and prayers we are praying and things we are going through is because we are out there. We are trying to use the kingdom. We want the king of the kingdom to work for us. We want the power of the kingdom to work for us. But we are not seeking the kingdom. We are not submitted to the kingdom. We have not prioritized the kingdom.